Good day, you're tuning into 17.2. This is Mr. K's 17.2. We're looking at the Northern Renaissance. We see that the Renaissance in general started in Italy, in Florence, Italy, to be more precise, but we're going to see it move up north. Now, why does that happen? Well, we're going to take a look at that. All right, beginnings. England and France were unified under strong kings and often sponsored the arts. Now, we know what patrons are. Patrons are people that were wealthy enough to spend money on beautiful things like art. The kings were no exception. Renaissance ideas spread from Italy, and they're going to intermingle with Northern European traditions. So the Northern Europeans are going to take back their knowledge of the Renaissance techniques and with their own twist, is what I'm trying to say, and make it uniquely theirs. It developed distinctive features that were uniquely Northern European. All right, artists studying in Italy brought Renaissance ideas to Northern Europe, specifically to a place called Flanders. Florence, Italy, is the center of the Southern Renaissance. Flanders, which is modern-day Belgium, is the center of Northern Renaissance. German painters, such as Albrecht Dürer, I love saying his name, Albrecht Dürer, produced woodcuts and engravings that became very influential. Another German painter by the name of Hans Holbein the Younger specialized in painting portraits that was so sharp it looked like photographs. Can you imagine that? The realism of Dürer's paintings and engravings inspired other German artists. Now, Flemish painters, again, they're from Flanders. Jan van Eyck was also known for his oil paintings featuring subtle colors, S-U-B-T-L-E, subtle colors, from mixing shades. So he developed the ability to convey happy moods, somber moods from just the color shades that he used. So Flanders is going to become the artistic center of the Northern Europe Renaissance. Peter Bruegel the Elder, he was known for rich colors, vivid details, balanced use of space, and the ability to portray large numbers of people. Well, you can see that in the painting, The Peasant Wedding, in 1568. We see people in the foreground that have detail, but people in the background and even off to the side that have a great deal of detail. And it gives us an idea or insight into how people dressed, how people acted, what was important to them. Peter Bruegel the Elder. Okay, that was painting. Now, writers. Christian humanists. What a name. Can you be a Christian and a humanist? Certain Northern Europeans believe that you could be happy now and still not cheese off God. People like Desiderius Erasmus wrote the piece of work, The Praise of Folly. Now, this was a satire, S-A-T-I-R-E. It was a parody. He made fun of greedy merchants, lovers, lofty scholars, and stuffed shirt priests who, quite frankly, needed to be made fun of, all these people. And it was wickedly funny, but Erasmus was a Christian, and he believed that Christianity should be in the heart, not just the head, with ceremonies or rules. He thought that in order to improve society, all people should study the Bible. His friend Sir Thomas More, an English nobleman, wrote a book called Utopia. Utopia means no place in Greek. It's a fictional piece of work in which a traveler stumbles onto this society in which he finds that there is no crime, there's no greed, everybody takes care of everybody else. He writes this in order to kind of focus people on trying to improve society in general. Francois Rabelais was a Frenchman who wrote Gargantua and Pantagruel. You don't have to write that down. But it's a humorous story about giants. He believed that man was basically good. Now, here's where there is a problem. Christians believe that man is basically evil and can't save himself. There's a need of a savior. Humanists believe that man is basically good, so you can see where there's a problem there. One of the greatest writers of all time, no doubt, is William Shakespeare. He's an Englishman. His brilliant plays dramatized human nature. Many people regard him as the greatest playwright of all time. His works displayed a masterful command of the English language and understanding of human beings. Some of his most famous plays included Macbeth, A Midsummer Night's Dream, King Lear, L-E-A-R, King Lear, the tragedy Romeo and Juliet, and Hamlet. This was the period of the Elizabethan age. Elizabeth I was King Henry VIII's daughter. When she was on the throne, Elizabeth I was a poet herself and a patron of the arts. She fully supported the arts by commissioning paintings, plays, music, etc., etc. As we focus on Renaissance ideas spreading through printing, we focus on a German gentleman by the name of Johann Gutenberg. He perfected the printing press and then printed a complete Bible called the Gutenberg Bible. It was the first full-size book printed with movable type. Printing is going to spread learning. You see faster print, faster bookmaking, advanced learning, and increased literacy. Now it was important for people to learn how to read. People began to read the Bible for themselves and interpret it as well, which caused them to disagree with the church on certain issues. This led to reforms in the church. So inadvertently, Gutenberg, who perfects the printing press, is going to help cause a split in Christian unity as people are able to interpret the Bible themselves. The Renaissance is going to come to an end. How does it do that? Well, artists in both Italy and Northern Europe studied classical culture, praised individual achievement, and produced works using new techniques. The Renaissance belief in the dignity of the individual, the worth of the individual, played a key role in the gradual rise of democratic ideas, in which kings were overthrown and democracy came into being. So the Renaissance takes a part in democratic reform. Well, this is Mr. Case, and I am out. This is 17.2. Bye.